What's up? Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. I'm Yogi Chris, Captain of IMC Nation here at Eden House, streaming to you quick Q&A. But before I do that, I'll do a quick message that I have for you all while people join. This is the idea that your inner world does reflect in the outer world in your relationships and your lifestyle, the decisions you make, your health and everything, how you're talking to yourself, how you talk to your body, how you talk to you may not be aware of it. I learned it a long time ago while I was doing yoga and I was very doing a lot of yoga and I was very still and I started noticing that every time I moved my body, I was actually commanding my body with words. When I would say left foot here, internally, even though I wasn't thinking about the words, I was telling my body to move. I started noticing when I was walking, there was actually a talking. We taught ourselves a little bit by mirroring, but then we learned instructions. Words went into the body. We talk to our body. We are relating with everything in our world, and how we relate with them, like your mom or dad, is an idea in your head, unless they're right in front of you. That mountain, the cloud, your job, all of these things are just concepts inside or ideas that you're relating to. You have feelings about them, you have a conversation about them. You may not know it, but there's a lot of chit chat going on inside. And that's affecting your mood a lot, a lot, a lot. And you're in a chronic mood because of how you chronically talk to your world. And that's what we do in IMC Nation is a cleaning out process and a rewiring of how you communicate. Makes all the difference. Makes all the difference. It's all in imagination. It's all in a state of mind or imagination and the skill of communicating, how to relate to people. So I want to talk with people that are live. If you're joining live, just request to go to stream. I want to I want to talk with some people out in the world because I feel like I get a little heady and detached from people as I'm just like lecturing to the free audience. You guys don't even know, I think, a lot of what I'm talking about. If we were to enter dialogue, you would see something. I would see something too. I want to learn about your situation. Oh, here we go. Oh, is that a girl, Shauna? All right. Well, I invited you, Shauna. Shauna, you could come live if you want. Okay. And, I see it really clearly in judgments, like I was saying earlier. What we judge in other people, we also judge that in ourselves. And that's probably come because someone else judged us when we didn't go through whatever that action was that we got judged for. We didn't do it right or something like that. So we took on that grammar and then we see it in others because it was criticized in us, but we're also weak in that area. That's why we got criticized in it because we actually did fall short in some way, even if, just abusive, perverted criticism, like there was still some truth to it. Otherwise, it would have just been chalked up as insanity. And that happens, but it's minority. So a lot of it had validation, like you had those habits. So you probably still have those habits because really chastising and verbally abusing people doesn't necessarily change habits, especially in kids. Later, as adult, you might evaluate it a little differently. But as a kid, it's just pain, pleasure. And so you move away from the pain, you do whatever you need to get away from the pain, but not really anything more than that. And like any dog or animal, you actually get resentful of it. You might bite back. And so even if you were taught right ways, maybe in a wrong way, you were wrongly taught right ways, you'll rebel against that. And which is just aberration. It's illogical because if it's the right way, why would you not do it? You diminish your survival by not doing the right thing. And that's the truth of it. The thing is that the matrix is so thick that sometimes it can appear like if you do the wrong thing, you get ahead in some way. And that's an appearance. It's temporary. It's short-sighted. You don't see persons looking over their back or, they have some complications outside. Like you'll see a real estate guy making so much money, drives a Lambo, whatever. You don't see how ruined his life is. That he has no relationships. He may be able to get some girls around him, but they're just using him for his money. He really doesn't feel any love. And he won't. He'll keep going down that path and still not feeling love. He'll settle for the first ugly bitch that shows him love that still is using him for his money. But at least she knows how to treat him so he feels that way. And so you'll see a rich guy with an ugly girl. Sometimes you'll see a rich guy with a pretty girl. Typically, you'll see those as like what I have found is that they tend to be like just real Christian church going people. Those are the kind of people that get that. And, it's still just such a fake and phony plastic existence how you see them talk. And so this is accounts that are grown on AZD clips. You see this guy, this tattooed guy that's spitting wisdom, and that guy is the king of the game of Earth. And part of that there's many parts to it, but it's many different subjects that he talks on. Hence, the clips that we distribute talk on many things other than just game and women. And there are those also, but it's really everything he's teaching is command of the mind. And when he does live streams or whatever, and we take those clips and put it out there, he's not really teaching. There's some teachings in it, and for the people that learn from him, see that the whole thing is a teaching. But for the most part, to the surface watcher, he's just relating to people and communicating with them. But that ultimately is the art of game. To get the woman, you just have to be able to communicate with her and understand that women different from men. You talk different to women than men. If you want influence, there's some differences. The hot woman is different than the not hot woman. There's differences. How she sees herself, if she sees herself as hot, that's how you interact with her. Even if that's where the frustration might be. She's like, thinks she's a bad bitch, but she's not. And it's so rare to find a real bad bitch that's humble. You might find one that's like totally broken. Again, everybody likes to play victim and be like, I'm that girl. And they're not. Like, I mean, totally broken. There are some, but a majority of the women are not that. They're broken, but they're not like shattered like that. They are not carrying themselves humble and shy. So, all right, that's enough lecturing. I don't want to just keep talking. Let's go live. Somebody, I see people on different accounts. I'm on TikTok, Instagram. See somebody here on Zoom. Okay, let me just check something here. Right on. Guys on YouTube, you can comment too. I'll see it. Or what do you even think about that? You don't have to go live, but comment. I mean, guys, you should go live. You need to communicate with somebody about game. You're in the dark about game. And I'm just coming as a student of the game that's been learning from AZD and various other coaches earlier, coming as a PhD of engineering, a high level wrestler, built my own business in yoga. So I kind of jumped around there a lot. And then I found game and I found the best in the world. And so I've been learning from him and I know some things that you should know about lifestyle, about what it takes to go out with the top player and carry your own weight, to manifest miraculous social interactions and experiences for yourself and contribute to the greater miracle that we do in Sin City as a team, going to the darkest, deepest dungeons of venues with some of the hottest women that you'll find in this lifetime and interacting with them in a way that you could put the scale, the Libra scale, and put your attention and your communication, on the other end of the scale, put $1,000 or $2,000 or 10,000, how good you want to get. Your game is worth more to her than the money she could make. And that's how we sharpen our cutting devices. We sharpen our sword, we sharpen our axe, our blade. Our blade being our communication and interactions. So guys, if you're online right now, request to go live. And if you're on YouTube, then comment or something. I just said a whole bunch of stuff. So, participate. The more you participate, even just commenting emoji, you get more from it. Because this communication is not just me. It's not even just AZD. It comes from lineages upon lineages back through time at the cutting edge of human culture that just interacting with me because I have committed and am part of a system much, much greater than me with a syntax and a grammar and an understanding that's eons more evolved than what you're exposed to. It's not that you're not capable of it, you just need some dialogue. And the one-way dialogue is not as fruitful. It's less than 10% as fruitful as just a little bit of interchange. So guys, if you're online, go ahead and request, or even in person if you have anything, of course. We'll give it like 30 seconds. And then I can wrap it up. I mean, that was basically the message, inner world, outer world, and some things about game. I don't necessarily want to lecture, so give it just a second. Right on. I appreciate all the likes on TikTok. But anyway, all right. Well, this is a portal to IMC Nation. We're in Vegas. It's really happening. We've been here for almost 2 years now, and AZD's been gaming for a lot longer than that. Respect the nation. Thank you, sir, for taking your time out of your life. Respect me. Yeah, you're welcome. And we're really doing it. Hundreds and hundreds of times we've gone to these venues. We've interacted with the humans of Las Vegas, and we found our people, and we continue finding our people. Through communication and mindset, we locate the people that resonate with us. And understanding the animal game, the DNA game, brings alignment and congruence of those impulses that move the beast and those higher ideals that move the spirit. And aligning those gives a lot of power to your relationship, to the individuals, everybody in the relationship gets better. That's the philosophies of AZD and how to do this relationship game. So, guys, come to Vegas to go out with AZD and learn, be in class with him and dialogue with him transforms you. But you're probably scared to do that if you're not even willing to come live on Instagram or TikTok. But also, who am I? I'm a student. Yes, sir. I'm a student who maybe a high level student, whatever that means, but I've been around for some time. I've organized all his old camps and advanced trainings and everything on the website. And I've put together a newsletter of a bunch of free emails that give you lots of content, over 100 pieces of content that you can't find anywhere else of AZD on the email list. You just go to imcbase1.com and everything's laid out for you there. And read about it, inform yourself because it's your life. And at some point, you're going to want to be in a relationship if you're not already wanting. Or you may already be in a relationship suffering and knowing you're suffering. And that's just the thing. I mean, I've communicated with so many thousands of guys and I've been around for over a decade now. And I see people come and go. I see other coaches and their students come and go, and the coaches themselves come and go. And it's just not a friendly planet conducive to you getting good relationships. You're not just going to fall into it, it's not going to fall into your lap. You're going to have to create it. And you as a man are going to have to lead that creation. And so where you're leading it to, what do you know about relationships? Where are you really, mom and dad style relationship? What, like Kim Kardashian style? What is it? A rap star style? A MTV style? A Hollywood movie style? Like you have, or have you really reinvented your own style and you know where you're leading your relationship to? Or are you just modeling everything else around you? And then have you looked around and seen how successful that model is going? You need to rediscover your instincts, your ability to lead, your God given right as a man, and how to be that way, and how to overcome all of the matrix bullshit that's going to block you from being your natural, charming, fascinating self. And that's all it is find your lane, find your unique character. That's what AZD teaches, how to get to your character and develop your communication from your character. And nobody could be your character, but he helps you find it because it's lost in all of the mimicry. You've just adopted a bunch of mimicking styles of communication from your upbringing and everybody around you, traumas and all kinds of shit. And you've channelized yourself into a character that's getting the outcomes that you're getting. You're getting the outcomes that are your character, and those aren't going to change. A little bit of change because you make more money or you know somebody you're a little bit more experienced. But such a minor change compared to the change available to you in this lifetime. You just have to value relationships with superfine women to want to go through the heartache of that because nothing else is going to be motivation enough. Money will help you overcome money obstacles in the game of money, but that's still not, you're still going to want relationships and you're going to try to buy them and you're going to crash. There's no shortcut to learning the game except learning the game. And the best way to learn the game is come to Vegas to train with AZD in person. Other than that, we have newsletter and a bunch of digital trainings that you can get on board with. imcbase1.com. Hope to see you around. Salute. Be the best. Fuck the rest.